It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, and good early moment to you, especially in America, as you are watching this live. So this is Maiyegun live, and it is also Sunday sermon, the first in 2023. You are welcome. Sunday sermon to the members of the Temple of Truth. They are not new to Sunday sermon. It is different from, I didn't mean balabulu or whatever. I mean, Sunday sermon is different from other programs on Maiyegun's Diary Political. I'll tell you about it.
Lórí Facebook.
Share this broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and then tell them that indeed, Maiyegun today. I would say, I'll talk. Absolutely. Share the broadcast. Read the caption as well. Read the description of this broadcast as well. And then sit back and relax. Sunday Sermon is a segment on Maiyegun's diary political that we call No Holds Bar Session. This is the segment and session where the truth, or should I say, my bluntness, may be a little bit insulting to some of you. My prayer, my kind of prayer, may be sounding like curses to some of you on the Sunday Sermon segment of Maiyegun's diary political. I know they hold my tongue, and I am responsible for everything that comes out of my mouth. Worry about yourselves. I will worry about me. That's how it should go. So on Sunday Sermon, if you are the type who is religious, I may say some certain things that you may be offended and feel like, oh, he's attacking my religion. No, I am not. You might be the type that believe that you are so refined, a gentleman, and a politically correct person. And you might find me a little bit annoying. I am saying all of this in order to tell you that for your own sake, if you are the type who is a unity beggar, glory hunters, as well as, attention seekers for the political criminals in Nigeria, this is the segment that I can say what I would say that can get you a little bit shifty. I advise you to opt out now. This may not be for you. So, for others, tell them, pé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ayé ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Brethren, in the temple of truth, shall we start? Shall we? Share it, sir.
Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ò sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Mi ò gbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ò sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀.
Thank you very much. And thanks so much for joining the service. This is a Sunday sermon on Maiyegun's diary political. Today, we want to talk about the oloriburuku mashanfanis, the Lagos abobakus, the Oshogbo alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons, and their distant cousins and then relatives, the Buharidins, the Buhari Didirins, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungozi Aris, the Uneka Aris, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the social media bandit, Facebook artsmen, and the rest of the Sai barbarians. I'm talking about the Sai barbarian clans. And these are those we are going to call out today. And the reason we are going to call them out today is because they are about to unleash a serious chaos on Nigeria to get what going to do it, latching on the sufferings, the killings that APC Egbekegbe unleashed on Nigeria from the 29th of May 2015. They are distancing themselves from it because suddenly the cabal, as they claim, is about to make them and Kolu lose an election. Right, the story. How many of you have noticed that in Nigeria, since the APC, Egbekegbe, the Apayon People's Congress, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, since they came in, have you noticed that you've not really seen any form of a successful protest in Nigeria since then? What you have been witnessing has been an anarchy, terror unleashed on you forever, grouping or coming together against any policy of this Boko Haram People's Congress. So they will unleash terror on you. And when the terror are unleashed on you, they are hallelujah boys, the Buhari idiots, the Sai barbarians, Facebook artsmen, social media bandits. They will justify those terror on you in the last 7.5 years. Do you know why? Because those who usually organize and pay for protest to get what they wanted politically in Nigeria have always successfully been us, the Yorubas, and the Thiefnubu camp, who have leveraged on that. It all started from the early 90s. And all of the political dramas, the killings of the 90s that produced the today's tormentors that you see today, it all started from Yoruba land. I tell you. And it's one of the reasons why somehow, the northern political criminals, they always find leverage easily with their Yoruba counterparts who are ready to help them form the coalition of protesters, including the NLC, you call them then. And I think that's what brought the relationship of Oshiomole and Thiefnubu in the first place. But the moment APC, Egbekegbe came in, all they had to do was to tell the APC government then that if you see any protest anywhere, shoot them down. We are the people that would normally amplify such atrocities and then organize the biggest of the biggest protests where propaganda will follow it as well, locally and internationally. They are those. So the moment APC, Egbekegbe came in, they started giving them appointments. They started giving them jobs. And that's how the civil society group in Nigeria, that's how they died a natural death. Majority of their founders are now members of APC, Egbekegbe, courtesy Thiefnubu and gang. So they crushed labor movement, they crushed civil movement, they crushed every other one, and they ensured that at least they were working for a day that they will get paid back by this Boko Haram gang, the CPC jihadists in APC. They were killing people in Yoruba land. My fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters who are Lagos, abobakus, Oshogbo, alimajiris, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, ass lickers, all risers. They were defending Buhari. You will never believe it. That's some people were saying, oh, this is in a juju. It's not juju, it is greed and selfishness. And all for a time like this, for a smooth transition of power to Thiefnubu as a reward for his unchanged loyalty. Now, that loyalty is meant to be paid back, especially this month. They are feeling that for the first time, after all you have been through in the hands of APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria, this is the first time that they now feel like what they have done to you, what they are doing to you is going to cost them an election. And the people behind it are those inside the Buhari's asshole rock. Cowards, they couldn't even say it. So Kolu blew the dog whistle in Abeokuta when he said, Egbe pamo, Egbe Naira pamo, Itoribo, Amadibo, Amawole. The way he was blowing a dog whistle then. Listen.
Egbe pamo, Egbe Naira pamo, Amadibo, Amawole, Amadibo.
Who is the people? Who are those behind the Naira pamo, Epo pamo? It was a dog whistle. A dog whistle that listen, there is already a perfected plan to sabotage our plan. And here is the plan. Thiefnubu's plan is to sabotage the electoral process. Flood it with enough money that only those who are ready to outspend him would actually have to defeat him. Now, that is one strategy that Emefiole went and rushed to Buhari, and that if he is allowed, is going to cost Nigeria hyperinflation. What you are witnessing right now is just going to be the beginning of what you are still going to see. And they said Emefiole misled Buhari. So Buhari is now making it so difficult for them to move their logistics. They call them logistics to sabotage the election. And that is why Thiefnubu says Buhari and gang, they want to sabotage his own victory. Do you see the saboteur versus saboteurs now? Now this is APC versus APC. But when they had the chance of seeing Buhari, when Kolu had the chance of telling Buhari to his face, why are you hiding fuel? Why are you hiding the new Naira notes? What is all of these things about? He couldn't utter a word. He was there praising him. Thank you very much. Thank you, and all those sedimented, incoherent statements, right? However, underground, they are already scheming. So tomorrow, okay, they want all of you to join them in a nationwide protest. APC versus APC. APC want to protest against APC, and they want you to join them to demand that Buhari must go. He said Buhari has failed. He failed F level. They had to tell him F level. No F level. Ashiwaju is F9 parallel. And it was like, yeah, F9. That was Kolu. 1 second though. So this is where the whole thing started. Actually started sounding funny. In this our lifetime, right before our own life, that we are not dead though, or demented though. APC, Egbekegbe, they want to protest. They want to protest against the fuel scarcity, Naira scarcity, And it is because it is going to cost them an election if they don't. So they need you, Baba. Now, where the whole thing started getting a little bit funny, then annoying too, playing on your psychic. When the revolution now, Omoyele Sowore, was out, demanding for justice for the victims of police brutality, demanding then for good governance, and then the hashtag revolution now, Buhari must go. We know what happened. In Kano, Deji Adeyanju. In Abuja, Deji Adeyanju and then the APC thugs. You know their story, Abi? Omoyele Sowore and the APC thugs in Abuja. You know their story. All of this in the last 8 years, and those they have killed for standing up against them, where the APC, you will see all these oloriburuku, Mashamfani, Thiefnubu people on social media, right? They are Yoruba, so. And suddenly, we started seeing the trait of a jihadist in Yoruba land, where horrible things, right, done under Buhari's government are justified by these Mashamfanis who have actually nothing else than to blackmail you. So are you not a Yoruba man? Are you not supposed to they want to blackmail you for a drug dealer, a drug baron, right? A thief, and at the same time associate of the jihadist, somebody who was deaf, dumb, blind for 7.5 years, on everything that Buhari did. But just 20 days to their charade elections, they now feel like Buhari has done a lot of wrongs, and they are now on your side. So they are going to protest on Monday. Look at this. According to them, they are like cowards to start with, okay? Coward in the sense that the only person, right, who has the control over whether you are redesigning the Naira or not is the president of Nigeria. And the political party in power is APC, Egbekegbe. Over time, Thiefnubu has been trying to distance himself from APC, Egbekegbe, in some instance, to cover up the failure of APC, right? Thiefnubu and gang, they decided to abandon or ignore everything that Buhari claimed to have achieved as his own government achievement, whatever. So they decided to go and start claiming every other thing in Lagos, how Thiefnubu built Lagos, right? So all of these are their efforts to try and be like, you know what I mean? They are not part of it anymore. I have told you many times that you see all these pretenders, these jobless miscreants, these political jobbers, right? Who speak and defend these criminals every day. Bunch of never-do-wells to start with. Product of a ruined and destroyed Nigeria, right? They, for years, like I said, right? They stood in the gap, all waiting for what they could get, even when they know Nigeria was going down the drain. In 7 years, none of these guys protested anything, by the way, okay? But in 7 years, Nigeria went from 13 million unemployed people, official, to over 80 million unemployed today. Nigeria went from over 60 million people living in poverty, official, to over 133 million Nigerians living in multi-dimensional poverty. That's their record. The debt of Nigeria grew from what it was then, $13 billion we had, to what you now have today, over $110 billion debt. They destroyed the Naira, the currency. And they took it back then from 200 Naira to over 800 Naira at a point. Nigeria oil production, right, crashed under these criminals from 2 million barrels a day. It dwindled straight down to a paltry 800,000 barrels a day. And Nigeria was losing over 750,000 crude oil barrels a day. For 7 years, trillions of your money ended up in the hands of rogues who are part of this criminal gang called APC. Poverty grew, insecurity grew, to the point that the terrorists in Nigeria have never been punished, and they will never be under APC. We now have in a country that used to battle Boko Haram in Northeast, Borno State. Now Nigeria have to battle with a lot of terrorists that have now become industry. In Nigeria, where terrorists now even have access to the new note before you, the Nigerians yourselves. So no terrorist is on trial, but they have a camp filled with over 180,000 repentant terrorists. But you know what they are doing? The terrorists who have been terrorizing Nigeria all this while, kidnapping people, kidnapping children, raping them, forcing them to have kids for them. So they returned as repentant with the children they kidnapped, who are now with other children too. And then Nigeria said they are repentant terrorists, over 180,000 of them. And guess what? No single one terrorist is on trial up to tomorrow. So they ruined everything. Human rights abuses was like a normal thing. So the same people who defended Buhari for 8 years, it is about to touch them. Now they want to activate their old cells of protest organizers. They have been, we have heard that they have moved money across Nigeria right now. The program is going to be activated by the governors of APC, Egbekegbe, and PDP, so that you don't think they are not in this whole thing together. It's a big thing, especially any state you see the G5, PDP, they are part of the plot. So what they would do is that they are going to mobilize and pay for these different protests that are going to be demanding for the resignation of Emefiole, okay, and the extension of the deadline. Part of what they are demanding for right now, right, that is about to create this chaos that they are about to put together, leveraging on the sufferings that APC unleashed on you. So APC is mobilizing in a way that at first they are asking Buhari that they want the deadline to be extended to June 31st. They didn't even think it through. There is no June 31st. But they put it on their document in the Senate. And everywhere they've been pushing it. They want Emefiole and Buhari. But they can't ask Buhari publicly. So they will put Emefiole's name on different banners from tomorrow. You see them everywhere. They're going to start. And you're going to see numbers of them. They will pay people, right? They will organize it in a way that you would think is legit. All of these are just to push the hand of Buhari, because their demand is that they should extend it. And not just that, the old Naira and the new Naira, they must coexist from now until June. Buhari is saying, no, we are going to release more money, new notes. The deadline is 10th of February. After that, if you still have the Naira note, you cannot use it to buy anything, but you can take it to the bank and they will change it for you. Now, to force their hand in the next 5 days, more than 20 states are going to start the fake protest soon. And some of you are advised to stay away. It is APC versus APC. All now fraud. So their intention is, as we have been told, except they are allowed to rig your election, APC is done and done for. The last fight is not with you. It is with themselves. And the only way they can use this is to leverage on your own complaints. And yes, 20 states will start and activate it. And they want Emefiole to be removed. But they won't mention Buhari. Others are saying, no, we would have to put it together. Buhari has failed Nigerians. That is the only way Nigerians will join us. You know, all of you are like, have been outside. We did in trenches, and I've been taking all the bullets from the APC murderous regime, right? Today, they want to associate with you. They want to say, oh, there's been insecurity. There's been this. There's been that. It's not the policy of APC. It is the policy of those working with Buhari. And they will pay people. They will pay you money if they have not started paying already. So Seyi Makinde already announced that protesting is your right. You can go out and protest peacefully. In Ibadan, you know what they did? They gave money to thugs. Most of the thugs who actually make their money just like the carnivorous animals. Have you know the animals where they chop meat and chop bones? What did they call them where they chop bones? The cocoa. Carnivorous. So they eat what they kill. Do you get that? And they have to kill every day. How do they kill? They have to extort people. They have to steal from people for them to live so they live for the day. Thugs, touts, motopack tout and them. So they mobilize them to start destroying bank properties. All of these are to create an artificial chaos. But the way things are going, I can tell you this free of charge. It is all coming from the position of frustration. Don't deceive yourself about some of the display they are putting up. Even Buhari can save APC. You understand? Things have gone beyond what they can control. But nevertheless, why not make a last push? Pretend that we are fighting for the people. If we can mobilize thousands of people for our rallies, we can, instead of putting them grouping them in a place, we can put them on the streets, pay them money and give them some banners and all of that, and demand for this and that, and show the video to Buhari and say, the country is blowing up. Oh. Because remember, El Rufaya did one. He said, they know that some people inside Buhari's government working to sabotage Thiefnubu, the way they want to make sure that APC loses the election, right? And their effort is not just going to make APC lose the election. It can destroy Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, the mechanism, the process of destroying Nigeria in their desperation is about to be activated. And I tell you this, they are capable. So when they say Buhari must go, I am urging you to say Buhari must stay. Finish the shege, destroy everything, and nobody should pretend about anything. Don't let anybody drag you onto their side, because you are not on their side. They have never been on yours. And for this last few weeks, for the last 3 weeks now, for the next 3 weeks rather, trust me, they will do anything. They will say anything just to get what they want. Afterward, they can go and relax. Now, I don't know what you're going to do or not, right? The man that is urging the people to go out and fight and protest tomorrow, when he saw Buhari, he couldn't say it to his face. This was yesterday in Nasarawa, I believe.
You fought hard.
Your Excellency.
Nigeria! Nigeria! Jagaban! Everybody vote for Jagaban! Jagaban! Everybody vote for Jagaban! Is the man we want? Everybody vote for Jagaban. Jagaban. Everybody vote for Jagaban. God bless you. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the leader of APC worldwide. It is a joy for me to see that you are a poster board for APC and Bola Tinubu today. Standing up there, we see the poster of Bola Tinubu so prominently on you. Those who think there can be scratches and cracks in our friendship and relationship will continue to be disappointed and are their short-time joys limited. Ours is not about individual, it's about the nation building. It's about honesty, integrity, and character. You've been a great man of political credential. Nobody ever thought that a man in uniform, called sometimes camouflage, will ever be a democratic, principled, honored, with great value. Today, to have you here to talk about democracy and our party is a joy and honor for us who joined hands with you some 20 years ago to reshape Nigeria, to fight corruption, to fight destitution.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ wèrè? Ṣé ń gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu bàbá wèrè? Ìwọ tí especially you that typed God forgive you for all this thing all this gutter you are saying about Ashiwa. Ayé ẹ̀ máa ta ni. Àmì ni ó ṣe o. Ṣé o gbọ́? Because the only change that they did in your miserable lives, APC, ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́, may I show you again? 2015, 2022, 2015, 2022, àáfàá ń sanra ọmọ ìjọ ń rù. You oloriburuku ma ṣàǹfààní. You are asking God to forgive somebody that is talking about the oloriburukus that some of you are actually looking up to, as they are making your existence even more miserable. You don't know, say, people actually know the difference between the real God, for those who have faith and believe in God that much, are religious, and your fake Nigeria God, the one that is always like preserve you for punishment, for destruction, except he shows you mercy. You know what I mean? Like grace. Or else you are ruined. You don't mean anything. That your Nigerian God, destructive one, that preserve you for destruction. No, it's a useless God. It doesn't exist. It exists in your warped mind. And that is why it allowed criminals, sick men and women, greedy narcotic peddlers as your role model. So don't ask God to forgive me. You should just ask your fake God to stop lying to you that it actually exists. It doesn't. Now back to the story. When they say they want to change Nigeria, they were changing their lives. And I've just shown you a picture of that. The real facts and what have you out there proves that every day people were supposed to wake up. You will turn to the east. You will cause APC. You will turn to the north. You will cause APC. You will go straight to the, sorry, I don't mix them. This is west, east. So you go to the east, west, and south. Every day, if you see anybody that says, I'm a member of APC, you're supposed to hold them like this and curse them to their faces and say, because you are an existential enemy to what actually makes me human. Or you oloriburukus alatenujes, raised, begotten, ignorant morons who follow the same pattern of these rogues. Even when you see the result of their criminality, you are the result of their criminality because you are the victims of their criminality. For 7 years, they plunged millions of you into further poverty, mostly the young people. You probably don't know. And you are praying to one God, that your fake Nigerian God, Abi, to come and show you mercy, to come and show you the way, to come and bless you. I pray to God to come and bless me. But you are sheeris. Tiefnubu Lawrence. You are either in the APC, that is ruining your lives every day, and you are praying to your fake God. How do you cope? I mean, how do you manage that? Thiefnubu saw Buhari face to face. And he started singing his praises. Is that not what most of you do? Is that not what you do? Sing the praises of your oppressors, then hope that something changes. Hope that maybe God, your fake God, touches their heart. And you weary, boo me, abuse me, you know new, but just say what I'm saying to you is a lie. Àti Buhari, àti Thiefnubu, wọn ní jọ kúre. Ọkàn yín àtẹ̀yin oloriburuku tẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé wọn, ọkàn gbogbo yín pátápátá ò ní balẹ̀. Ẹ ṣàmì. If I pray for you, say amen. Ọkàn yín ò ní balẹ̀. And if they can't say amen, you can let me say amen for them. You know why? Who do you really think you are actually playing? Like, which world are you living in? If you agree today that Buhari has destroyed Nigeria, I mean, are you normal? Like, how do you even like feel confident to go out there, right? And boldly say it is not the fault of Thiefnubu that Buhari failed. Therefore, Thiefnubu is different from Buhari. Aye ti marun ni ko te sọ̀rọ̀ pé abaye o la poran bere. Why am I asking? Ti ma ta ni. That's what you should be telling them. Don't go and be typing anything that you want to advise all these Ashiris. I've told you there's a clip on Maiyegun's diary political. Don't try to change their mind. You can't. It is only life experience that will actually teach them something. They are also hoping, they said, you will learn a lesson. People will want to teach people lesson. Are frustrated now. They want to organize protests against their own political party. And they don't see how mad that is. It was in Nasarawa yesterday, laughing and praising the Buhari. His agents are moving money everywhere, organizing what is going to be what tomorrow. And on and on and on like that. Because what? Except Buhari give them what they want. Forget it, there will be no election. So if they want to do it for themselves, just remember something. They have the capacity to organize their rallies. No go die for their war, except if you are a closet APC, Egbekegbe member. Or if you are a closet latrine member of Agbadomaiti, Thiefnubu's gang of Omualis in Yoruba land. I've told you this many times. They said that when the Omualis, the bastard in the house, when they are not really told who their fathers, if you don't show them who their fathers are, or if you don't let them know that they are indeed black sheep in the family, eventually they will say that to the real sons and daughters of the land. The Omualis in Yoruba land are no other than those criminals that you call our leader, and oloriburuku alagbe uniya. Our leaders. And then you see what they have done with Yoruba land. You see what they have done with your lives. So if you are looking for the real bastards in Yoruba land, there are those who have actually held Yoruba land down for whatever Nigeria is doing to us today. And thank God that today a lot of people have actually come to realize that they can never be blackmailed into this Thiefnubu's madness. If you follow, you die in their war. The same way APC, you remember they are actually like this. Some of these Ashiris, they will come here and call Maiyegun enemy of Nigeria, because Maiyegun is amplifying the effort of the resistance, the people who can no longer take or keep quiet or take whatever APC Egbekegbe is dishing out, which they knew would be disastrous. Indeed, they became disastrous for Nigeria. Why was here? Telling you, look at what they are doing to these people. They will do it to you too. Look at what they are doing to these people. They will still do it to you. When they are done with all of this, they will come for you too. Now it seems that the time to go for them is now. Thiefnubu is declaring a war on Buhari. And it is all because the center can no longer hold. For them to be planning and plotting a protest against Buhari, the leader of their own presidential campaign, in the same country where they are in government, let them go and die in their own war. And you can now call on Buhari's murderous tank. We hope you will do justice to all of them. The same way they've been asking you to do justice to people who rejected all these murderous policies of APC. So we hope that when they launch all of these attacks in the next coming days, I would also share them with you. You know, I told you that they are cowards, Abi. Today, they've lost the ground, they've lost the social media, they've lost the streets, they've lost the real media as well. The whole place is like a choking and coming closer and closer and closer. That's the reality. So this is the frustration level. But they are still cowards too. They can't publicly say, Buhari do this, Buhari do that. Somebody said Thiefnubu built Lagos. There's something I'm going to share with you. I want to play this other part. He had the chance of telling Buhari that, why are you hiding fuel? Why are you hiding this? But rather, he was praising him. This is the same Nasarawa yesterday. And I'll bring you something. Facts, not fiction, about Lagos. Just for the sake of this chat. Hang on there.
Your Excellency.
APC. You fought hard. You worked hard. Yes, Nigeria is surviving as a nation. And we believe, because of constitutional democracy, we would have asked you to stay on, but you said no. This is constitutional democracy. I'm going back to Daura, my farm, my cows. I miss them. Not that I don't miss you people. Not that I don't appreciate you people. But there is more to do in life and with time to transform Nigeria. I will step aside and let you other people try and continue. I have built a foundation. You have done it. There are only very few leaders who had faced dissident, civil disobedience and civil war, and at the same time continue to build infrastructure. One of them in that class is Abraham Lincoln. You will join the history of those men. Great men. Wow. Courageous men. Wow. Who can stay focused in the midst of distractions and enemies. I know that the ants are small pet animals and insects, but they can get a giant naked if care is not taken. Wow, wonderful. You've resisted bad manners. You've tolerated criticism. There's no labeling that you've avoided. But today in Nasarawa, you are celebrated, commissioning project after project. Thank you, Mr. President. We definitely on a skating board, but we will work hard. We promise you that your children and grandchildren will have no regret about nation and ourselves. Mr. President.
Shengbo Wiri. Abegbo. That is the man that the Agbado boys are organizing a protest for. They call it nationwide Buhari must go protest. Go where? They are trying to say that Buhari doesn't want to go. Listen to this, a dog whistle. That is why Kolu in Abeokuta, sure you get, was singing Ekwenara Pamo, Egbe Pamo, Torikale lose, Emma Dibo, Emma Wale. So as he was praising Thiefnubu, as he was praising Buhari in Nasarawa yesterday, his boys are sharing money for tomorrow, Monday, for their protest. Are you with me? Let's go back to that dog whistle.
Egbe Pamo, Egbe Naira Pamo, Ama Dibo,
Ama Wale, Ama Dibo.
Ama Wale, Ama Dibo, Ama Wale. Bá pààrọ̀ igi ara náírà. Ẹ lè náwó kẹ́ẹ̀dọ̀ ní gbèsè. Ibi tẹ́ bá gbójú sí ọ̀nà òní gbàbẹ̀. Àwa la máa wọlé àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ alábùradà yẹn. Ọmọ àṣekínni o, ọmọ àlùlẹ̀.
Àkọ́bí àwọn tí pẹ́ wà láyé dá o. Àmọ́ yìí o, àmọ́ yìí o, àwọn àmọ́ yìí àtún ìmọ̀ o.
That's Kolu in Abeokuta a few days ago, where he said they are hiding the fuel. They are hiding the new notes. Okay? But no matter what, they will vote and they will win. That PDP, then he switches to PDP straight away, like now PDP, they keep the fuel. So one Lagos abobakus. I was reading this on Twitter, and this Wiri was explaining how smart Thiefnubu is. According to him, Thiefnubu knows that those who are trying to sabotage him, working for Buhari and the rest, they are indirectly working for Atiku. That if I don't understand, that it was Atiku with the help of those working for Buhari, that collaborated with Emefiole to keep the Naira away and keep the fuel away. That Tinubu knows, and that is why he was calling them out. It is a politics that I was like, what are you talking about? Like in my head, I was like, what's he talking about? He wrote this nonsense all along, right? Trying to explain how PDP and Peter Obi Labour Party are those behind the currency scarcity and fuel scarcity. He said, everybody knows that this change of Naira was because of Tinubu. Sorry, was because of the election, rather. And the only person that is likely going to, that is sure of winning is Thiefnubu only. So therefore, this policy is targeted at Thiefnubu. And then when somebody was like a Bob, Emefiole works for Thiefnubu, for Buhari now, was like, no. It was not Buhari that appointed Emefiole. It was PDP. PDP, they were those who appointed Emefiole. And Emefiole was planted in Buhari's government to destroy the government. But Buhari said he agrees with the policy and all of that. Was like, because Emefiole misled him. This is the narrative they are selling. in their own stupid mind of separating Buhari and Thiefnubu from APC in a way that they mean well, but PDP has taken over the control of Buhari's government, but they can't say that to Buhari's face. Do you see the trick? So what they are now trying to do now is that Asiwaju love Nigeria so much that he cares so much about you. And that is why he raised the alarm about them keeping the Naira and keeping the fuel away from you. I said, but who is the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria? I said, is Buhari or is Sheshe? Do you expect Buhari to go to the port and bring the petrol? Is it not people that will go? I said, you see, you are still living it in Ayabi. The thing still they bite you now. I'm sorry, the thing still they scratch you now. It never bites you now. So in the next few days, it should. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the victims of APC, Egbekegbe in the last 7 years, we say Buhari is going nowhere. No, it's not going anywhere. It will finish what he starts. And you will support him to the end of what he started. There are millions of victims of APC, Egbekegbe. More Nigerians have been killed. More have been kidnapped. Nigerians now pay ransoms like they are paying the loan shark. Your life or your money, your life or your land. That's the situation under APC. Egbekegbe. A lot of you didn't feel that, do you? Buhari, Thiefnubu went to Benue and he said that Buhari increased the price of, increased the, or should I say, destroyed Naira. Where Naira, they took it from 200 Naira to 800 Naira. That was Buhari. So suddenly, everything they called us enemy of Nigeria for, everything they said that they should kill us for, they should arrest this one, oh yeah, jail that one, kill that one. You know what I mean? They are now coming to say, oh, they were not saying they are wrong, but they are now coming to say, oh, we are part of you now. We agree with you. This Buhari is evil, but they won't mention Buhari. Do you know that Emefiole, because of this Thiefnubu and gang, they put together a team of Daura Secret Service, DSS, to harass and arrest Emefiole so that they can force him to resign or change this policy altogether. So Emefiole run abroad, right? So they now told us that the people that Thiefnubu and gang are unable to mention, they actually have names. The cabals that they are failing to mention inside Buhari's government, are you with me? They have names. They say now the cabal provided military. It's not even DSS. They say they told Emefiole to start coming back. It's okay. Come back now. When Emefiole returned, now soldiers they the airport to pick up Emefiole. So DSS stayed away. The moment Emefiole, they realized that Emefiole is being protected by the military. So they stayed away. Yeah, you know that Tunde Sabiu. You remember that Tunde Sabiu? There is other guys too, right? So it was to get Emefiole embarrassed and kicked out. This was the handiwork of Thiefnubu. That failed. The National Assembly started threatening Emefiole. That also failed. This is the last push. National protest. Don't join them. If you join them, you think they are fighting. They are not. They will use you as a way of forcing the hand of Buhari. I'm coming back. Don't go yet.
I don't want to hear you say we are voting somebody because it's from my town. If you do that, I've been a pastor in this city for 31 years. I know that some of you are operators of minority against majority. I know that in politics. This is church. These are not Muslims. These are Christians who are operating a devilish political ideology against one another. majority against minority. If you vote that this time around, look, I'm near my grave. You will live with it. I know some of you here who are going around these politicians because they promise you'll be a commissioner, or your brother will be, or your cousin will be, or somebody from your village will be. If that is your reason for voting that one, you will pay for it for 8 years. And the poor who are crying, those 18 villages that have been taken over by Fulani herdsmen killers, they are homeless people. They are crying. They are begging God. They are hoping that the church should rise to his salvation. But if you vote somebody who will not restore those villages, people cannot go to farm. People are not secured. People are kidnapped. People are killed. No justice in a state where you say Christians are in majority. Rubbish majority. If there's no justice, God will not back you up. Go and read your Bible. The throne of God is built with justice and righteousness.
And since 7 years, it has been injustice all through. They legalized injustice, and they were mocking us. They were laughing. They were calling us names. They still call us names. In fact, they are still saying that they are going to teach us a lesson. With Thiefnubu again, you are not teaching anybody a lesson but yourselves. You will, because you are already teaching yourselves a lesson. It's just that a lot of you are living in that denial. Are you with me? You are living in that denial. You are already seeing the shege, but you are so scared to even say them until you are going to hide behind those who actually brought you this suffering and all that. No follow them, go any protest. Buhari na murderer, Buhari na killer. Shey you get? If you go anywhere, they murder you. At the end of the day, now double dead, because when they get what they want, and you, wherever you are, then if you're able to see, you realize that you die for nothing. Because it's all about APC versus APC, the people that wanted you jailed for saying no to SARS, no to police brutality. The same people that marched their soldiers to kill innocent young people across Nigeria. Over 500 people were killed during NSAS protests. But the highlight of that was that of a Lekki toll gate, the massacre, the bloodbath. They denied it. It's still the same people. Now they care about Naira. They care about fuel. Come on. Excuse me. So they created this. And it seems that the best is that it should consume all of them. Don't join them. Don't sympathize with them. Let's watch them. If there's any role you should play, you should call on Buhari to go hard. Buhari, go harder. Because you know the question people are asking. Why is APC, why is Thiefnubu so desperate? The whole Nigeria, as we know, is being put through this our problem, right? But there are 18 political parties or 18 presidential candidates. Why is it so special that Buhari must extend the date of the Naira swap beyond May 2023. Why? You see, a lot of people are condemning this exercise. They are condemning the process of this money swap, the stress and all of that. A lot of people are complaining. But why is it that Thiefnubu and gang are more interested? Not just interested, they are pushing to the point that they want to arrest the central bank governor. Why is Naira and election, why are they so more important to Thiefnubu? Why is this not important to Obi, important to Atiku, complaining at the same time? Now they are at that frustration stage. I tell you, the only person that can give Thiefnubu peace of mind, I am saying this to you right now because that is the truth. No be All this on your mandate, we shall stand, on your pampas, we shall sit, or on your poo-poo, we shall sleep. No. All of that will not give Kolu peace of mind. The only person that can give Kolu peace of mind, the one that will make Kolu sleep normally, not like a bat, as they have told us, is Buhari. And do you know what Kolu is asking? Can you just let me use this influence of incumbency? I mean, even if I'm going to lose, let me enjoy this incumbency that my party is in power. I am the candidate. Give me that support. Give me that leverage. Ease things. If you have to ease things for people, for them to at least, show some. And that's exactly what Buhari is not giving him. Àti Buhari o, àti Thiefnubu, àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin Lagos abobakus, àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin Òṣogbo àlìmájìrì o, àti gbogbo àwọn wèrè tí ẹjọ́ ń parọ́ tẹ́ ń parọ́ fáwọn èèyàn nípa Thiefnubu, ọkàn yín ò ní balẹ̀. That's why he was so happy in Nasarawa yesterday that they could picture him and Buhari together. Somebody just did you just Google that? Badero Naira Ijebugbo. Did you just Google that now to realize this Badero is from Mokiagbo? Yes, I am. But I am not Badero Naira. Sure you get. Naira, who happen to be the oloriburukus Naira pools that a lot of you probably grew up knowing in the 80s, 90s. Well, that happened to be my own dad's senior brother, Naira. Somebody, my own dad and his own twin sister. But yeah, Naira was rich. He was a rich man. A poor man, like those Baba Jebu and all that, but he's dead. Just like my own dad. So my own dad is not that Naira. So in case if Naira contributed to how your own, how people lost their money at the time on betting and all that, so I'm not Badero Naira, but there is Badero Naira. I am Maiyegun, that is a Badero Maiyegun General. One man mopo. You see this tree, this Maiyegun tree, is so giant and big that maybe in 50, 60 years' time, some people will be like, are you Kuforola Badero Maiyegun? Yeah, you will not say Badero Naira, you say Badero Maiyegun. I've cut an itch for myself. But yeah, thanks for that. If you did your own work and all that, yeah, I come from that family. Very lovely family as well, rich. Well, I am richer. Do you know that? I am richer. So, however, thank you, Ade or Badregeshin or so. Now, we were talking about those who wanted to turn around and then say, oh, we love you. We want to care for you. Okan yo ni bale. Tomo. Ni nisimi. Sorry that I can't say that in English, because if I say it in English, it's not going to sound the way I want it to be. Because those I'm talking to, they know themselves. Blackmailing people with tribe and then with religion and the rest of that. Do you know that this, talking about a family member, I actually like the fact that, do you know that the level of this degenerates and the level of mental manipulation that they have done on the lazy people, lazy minds. I'm talking about, young people who are desperate for money. They are desperate for, the comfort of life. And they will do anything for these rogues as whatever is going to be their compensation. Do you get that? This oloriburukus got to my own family member. I swear, we share the same name. He's probably watching me afterward like... you won't believe it. A family member, my own family member, who happened to be the son to that Naira pool, that man. The guy, because we share the same name, we are from the same family, I've never met him. I don't know him. Like normally, I've never really seen much of him. But family me, badero, how far, how are you? You know, that kind of Facebook united a lot of people, you know. So we started relating, how are you? Then you realize that more, Dangbana Shoko Lele, you, which badero be this one? Oh? That's me. Like, this one, no, you know, send, oh. This one will be like traditional, we be say, go, they be like, you know, show madini. If you get money, now your money you get mine. Now my papa told me that man, you know, it was like, I didn't suffer because of to come and give my money and everything to any child. Oh. And I didn't suffer all my young age so that I can get old, so that I can ask you all to come and give me money. My old man, a madman too. It crazy pass. He told me, oh, I don't know if he did tell everybody else. So he told me, he said, I don't need anything from you. So don't ever come here and feel like maybe as a father, I'm looking. I don't want any. I didn't work all my life because I want to get old. I mean, I didn't work all my life to get old and wait for any of you. And my children are coming back. It's that mad. So, which means you have your money, I've got mine. I'm not interested in yours. I don't care how much it is. So which means I am somebody who is just going to be like us, that blunt in my mind. I will say it and I will look at you and say, so actually, some of mommy and it about repeat it, you know, that kind of thing. That's the kind of person I am. This way they came, can't they try to talk to me like we be family? You know, I just wanted to let you know that, you know, politics is politics is show mad. I didn't know that it was part of this Agbadomite back then. This one just like, you know, we should all remember that we all have a future. I said, well, I don't have any future in any of your nonsense in Nigeria. I don't. About waiting you want go to reduce the criticism of this this. Why, Baba, come on. Now family name we share. Share you get me now. We no share the same brain or the same, you know, we no share the same mentality. Hold your space, okay? Don't push it. Before I know it, the guy went everywhere and it was like, I didn't know him, like I said, other than sharing him. That's how much the political manipulation has gone. It got to me. This guy started saying things that you won't believe it. And you know, it was like, don't listen to him. You know, it was like, what the fuck? Sorry. So that's how much. So if anybody comes randomly and want to say something to me and all that, I'm like, I actually know what they have done to all of you. So it's a breath of fresh air when you can see somebody out of all those trauma, out of those brutality, out of those abuses that you have faced as a Nigerian all your life, and you still manage to be sane. No matter how little, you still get some sanity. I respect you. Even if your sanity that can say, okay, you still want to rescue Nigeria and the rest of I still respect you. Because you know what they have done to some of you? You have no idea what Nigeria did to all of us. Some people left Nigeria for years now. Their mentality is as worse as those who never left Nigeria. That's how much damages. It's a lifetime damages that Nigeria has done to the psyches of many of you. So you attack people who come for those criminals. Meanwhile, you are the victims of their activities. So that takes a lot of mental manipulation, trust me. I think when they go to a stage when they realize, this guy no care. I'm telling you, this guy no care. So family members or friends or everybody, but everybody just leave the guy. So nobody will come around and blackmail me with family, blackmail me with any useless future. Future where? In the same place where they have mortgaged the same future. Joking. So the likes of Kolu and the rest are now coming. They even went to Oba of Benin. I think they told him that they are going to change it this time. They're going to do things differently this time. Sick people. What did the Oba of Benin tell them? He said, okay.
The former governor of Edo State We want to thank him for his resilience, his hard work, trying to get things back together. We do hope that he will get things back together and get it very right.
Mm-hmm. I hope you get it very right this time around. Because it was like, they play. Just they play. So if their fight leads to the street fight tomorrow, do you know what I want to beg you? I kneel down, beg you, all of you. If you see them, avoid them, okay? Bring out your phones and record them. Because sometimes, they may tell you that they are protesting. They are going to protest against bank. They're going to protest against all the policies of Buhari. They're going to protest against petroleum scarcity. Don't join them. Oh. Now fraud. Oh. Now Thiefnubu organizer. Oh. If you see any, including state that are PDP states, from tomorrow, you will start seeing them paying people, mobilizing them. That's exactly what they have been doing in the last 7 years. When you say Buhari must go, they will pay people. They will say Buhari must stay. I stand with Buhari. I stand with Buhari. That has been your life in the last 7.5 years. Don't play into their hands. Oloriburuku ni won. Mashamfani ni won. Àwọn tán ọ̀dẹ̀ ní kúre. I mean, Shejare, with the APC. Somebody say, Maiyegun, take this person out of here. Leave him. I want them to listen to the Ekwe. If you have some, you can add it as well. Let me add it to them for them. Oloriburuku ni won. Here you get. And they say, Enitano, Onlaranta. This, their charade election is theirs to lose. But do you know something? They are scared. Maybe they are not telling you. They are scared that there may be no election. Do you know what they did? What they said among themselves? This is APC versus APC now. This is not like external people saying things. So this is not Maiyegun saying things now. This is what they are saying within themselves. So that it is like Buhari and Emefiole. They want to create anarchy. And when there is anarchy that is national, they can postpone elections. APC is scared that Emefiele and then Buhari are planning to cause chaos across Nigeria. So now, for the peace of Nigeria, okay, they want to start a protest. The only way you will know that this is a pure joke, when you begin to see their posters, their flyers tomorrow, okay? Some will say, President Buhari is innocent. President Buhari is being misled. Emefiole is enemy of democracy. Emefiole, PDP, and these people are those behind fuel scarcity, Naira scarcity. President Buhari, please listen to the people. In all of it, they are going to single out Buhari. Àwọn wèrè coward. Àwọn oloriburuku keypad warriors. Look at them. They are typing now. Oloribu ashire on type abi. Be serious. See how serious you are. You're typing. You want to reply Maiyegun abi? See. Tie. Keep replying. Okay? Keep defending it. Your frustration, it will get to a stage whereby people for your area, they would have to change you. It will be so hard and tough for you to manage. You know why? You're on social media whereby anything, before you know it, we don't hear them. We don't share them. Just pray that your call will not collapse before that time. Too, I have told you, the only for Kombale you are looking for. That is why right there yesterday in Nasarawa, a lot of you are so relieved and happy. Thank God, though. The enemy want to get us. Look at President Buhari. President Buhari attended the Ashiwaju's rally. We need Duro. Ashiwaju is the next president. President Buhari said Ashiwaju is the next president. Olufo. Look at your life. 10 months ago, nobody saw you they think Amo. It was like, Ashiwaju Jagaban. Everybody vote for Jagaban. 10 months after, you are so desperate to see Buhari with you, the chairman of your own presidential campaign. You want they play, just they play. Are you with me? Ma bumi, type, oh yeah, run you more. Yeah. Go to run out of data. I be data, oh yeah. You this idiot, you this boy, you this Lushi. For 7.5 years, this is what I have been saying. Same thing, every time. Now, go face the consequences of your own choices. But not just you, even innocent people. And for that 7.5 years, I have reported death that are preventable. I have reported poverty that are avoidable. I have reported corruption that are preventable. I have reported a lot of things that possibly, if this APC, Egbekegbe you typing, Kabiru, Sikiru, Olushi, Uweri. So some of you actually don't know that in Yoruba land, until this APC, Egbekegbe came. Are you with me? If you see somebody they say is Sikiru Balogun, Aisha Alagemo, Jacob Ogungbakop, what is it again? Joshua Orishabumi. What we know is just that to say, are you a Christian? Shoman lo church. Say, I am, Sarah Obatala. Sarah Obatala. Omolo Batala ni yo. Omolo Batala ni wow. We are Omolo Batala. But Sarah, yeah, I go to church. Wow, that's good. It's like Kabiru Bangbebon or Kabiru Ogun was scared. You say, Ajamologun leyini. Kabiru, you're a Muslim. Say, because I'm a Muslim now, I will now forget my family. Ogun Gbebon ni one now, or Ogun was scared ni one now, so I cannot deny that. Until they started changing that to Christ was scared. Christ Gbebon, Jesus Gbebon, or Jesus was scared. So we never really, we are not so deep when it comes to this religious thing and all of that until this APC Egbekegbe came. Now, Kabiru Bangbebon is offended because somebody says something about Buhari, who is a Muslim. Are you saying all of that because he's a Muslim? Why are you saying all of that? And you say, but I'm a Muslim too. I say, but if you're a Muslim, you're not supposed to be saying that. Go and read what our hadith said. Ashiri. You are now a Muslim, Abi. You are now in Quran. Anybody that said that, they will stone them to death. Oloriburukus, go and pick Okuta. Go and stone somebody and say because they said something about Muhammad. Oh yeah, go and stone them in any way. If they don't go burn you, you stone somebody because they will burn you, burn your house, burn your family. You know that. You can't try that. But APC Egbekegbe started bringing in religious fanaticism, and people are like, because of politics, political association, they suddenly turn to fanatics of this. And some oloriburukus as well, who are hearing from Holy Ghost on behalf of APC Egbekegbe. Can you believe that? Somebody telling you that Jesus told me this, Jesus told me that. About APC Egbekegbe. Now, they did all of that for so long. And now you can jump on social media and say somebody says something. You don't try. I mean, these guys are now telling us, don't try that. If you said this thing what you are saying, if you try it in the north, you know what will happen to you. I say, So something will happen to me if I say something in northern Nigeria. And now, myself know they go northern Nigeria. I've never been there. And I don't pray to be there. And I will never be there. Waiting, I won't go do there. Kilon sheni naughty. Yoruba land have north, south, west, east. Do you know that? In Yoruba land that you see so. We have our north, which is Oyo. We have our south. We have our west. We have our east. Kilon sheni naughty shen shiri ni. Kilon shelong. But in the same Nigeria, we are supposed to be from the same place. So Ashiri ole atole from Ajangbadi. Because he's bearing Kabiru. He's bearing Sulaiman. Olofo is now defending the crime of jihadists from the Sahel because they are members of APC. All of you just don't like Fulani. All of you just hate the Fulani. Fulani, is that what you're going to say? Hey, are they the only person that they are kidnapping? Let us just pray that God, Allah should come and help us. Nikure. Oya Shami. Oya, my type. Oya, my type. Ashiri, I want to jewel. They have been typing for the past 7.5 years. Guess what? They wish that Buhari didn't disappoint them. Now, the same APC, PDP, APC, Egbekegbe, PDP, APC versus APC, PDP versus PDP. Loju aye wa ashiri yin wa ngbozuri defend there. Oloribu. They are not threatening. They are killing people. You are saying it's because they don't like Buhari. That's why they are saying it. They went to a place in Ogun State. They beat our people. They beat old men and women, for resisting Fulani terrorists into their community. The soldiers came and beat them up. But because of Thiefnubu, they went and killed people in Igogon, kill people in what do you call it? This Oyo North. But because of APC, Egbekegbe, this oloriburukus mashanfani omuales in Yoruba land, because of Thiefnubu and APC, they said they never happened. I knew it. And they started cooking stories, Baba. They started cooking stories. When something happened in southern Nigeria, now then you go to see story that says maybe they are not Fulani. Before you know it, the bales are the Yoruba, the Genika, the one. Meanwhile, the victims are coming out to say their kidnappers are Fulanis. These are Shiri Mashamfanis. For 7.5 years, they said that we are all sick. We are wailers, wailing wailers. People came together and they said, hey, we want to protect our land, though. We want to protect Yoruba land, for example. And these politicians said they started a Amotekun. Nikuri. All of una will be this APC, Thiefnubu, this Buhari that, follow me for she, follow my shit, tomo. You can say that to me, but you know something? I wish what I just said right now happened to you. However, even though if I don't really want that to happen, but I wish. But guess what? It's in show for tomo already. They are ruining your life, ruining the lives of your children. They are destroying your economy. They are leading you into poverty. They are making you unsafe. Which other Ofo is more than that? Sending you to refugee camp. In your country, you are not at war. Nigeria is not at war, but almost 10 million people are living in refugee camps in Nigeria. Northern Nigeria. Niger Delta, Calabar. Do you know that more than 1 million people are displaced across the Niger Delta region for different crises? Do you know that? You don't. Under APC, Egbekegbe. So, Maabumi, Koto send the photo as want to buy. Abuse me. Say what you like. Or because you think you share the same thing with these rogues and criminals. Abi? They will soon send me your photo and say, Ina lilayi wa ina lilayi rajiuna. Ikuti pao. I will law. Nobody. You see, you are not doing anybody. What I'm trying to say to you here is this. The poison you want to drink, okay? Know the content. And at the same time, I beg, drink them alone. Don't ask anybody to join you in any protest against Buhari. Don't join them. If you join them, they go use you negotiate. Let them fight themselves. Let them do whatever they want to do to themselves. They have the way the people they have made poor. They will mobilize them. But genuinely, I will advise you to tell your family members never to follow them anywhere. Buhari na murderer. Buhari will kill anybody they will kill. Okay? These criminals, they are desperate, and whatever they do is not because of you, it's because of themselves. Sure you get. So that would then take me to another part of this chart. Give me a sec. Where is that again? Yeah, I think it's this one. I decided to share that with you as well, which is when they go on the street to say they are like looking for you and those of you that they want to mobilize to help them and send Buhari away. Yeah? Just pretend like Buhari. Just be like this. Don't follow them anywhere.
Alhaji Buhari. His Excellency Buhari. His Excellency Buhari.
Let him continue. I've shown you shege enough. I have told you this before. If you have any sympathy you want to share, don't share any sympathy for. You know, it's even a shame. Some of you know get shame. APC, Egbe. When they go everywhere, they ask for, number one, you are not supposed to be on any social media anymore. We know that once your Kolu become the president of Nigeria, since majority of you lack any kind of mind of your own, you are just like zombies, morons. We only repeat whatever their bigoted criminal roguish leaders tell them. You have no mind of your own. Okay? You are not supposed to be on social media. You banned Twitter in Nigeria. You were contemplating of banning Facebook, banning all social media because you believed, your criminal leaders, your relic criminal leaders believe that there is too much information on social media that shouldn't be there. And a lot of you oloriburukus supported them. You remember, you did support them. Yes, now, we need to regulate it. They want to take over Nigeria. America is allowing the people the same ashire use. Are now using the same social media to tell us that APC Egbekegbe is different from APC Egbekegbe of Thiefnubu, is different from APC jihadists of Buhari. Nikure okonyo ni bale. Your heart no go touch ground, as they say. Peace. Nini peace. Say, I say amen on their behalf. Just say, I say amen on their behalf. You now jump on that same social media, trying to send propaganda, trying to blackmail everybody, trying to sell lies. Imagine this one, oh. Remember that if you see anything on Nigerian paper, if you see anything on Nigeria paper that concerns Fulani terrorists, they will find that paper, they will find that studio. If you go on TV station, on radio, they will find them 2-point-something million for allowing you to come on their TV to talk about what is going on in Nigeria. You can't criticize the government of Nigeria. Your station will be fined. A lot of stations have been fined and fined and fined. Meanwhile, on that same social media, on that same TV in Nigeria, APC, Egbekegbe is a lying machine. Festus Otobokeyamo Nio, and the rest of all those criminals, they will jump on all those television and be lying. And they'll be lying. They'll be threatening. They'll be making some, utterances that you'll be like, wow, are these guys government officials or what? And nothing will happen. But suddenly, Omo TVC, Coleto, because of all these things that we are hearing about, because of these things going on behind the scene, then find TVC. You know why? Because APC went there to go and threaten people. As usual. Now Thiefnubu get TVC, Nabi. No be Thiefnubu get them. And you know all the barrage of nonsense they have also spewed about people, about tribes. You know what happened? They went on to the TVC and they were talking about that articles, what do you call it? The article gate, those tapes of articles criminality and all that, and articles family stuff. This one went on the Festus Otobokeyamo went on the TVC and he started threatening and saying things to the point that he said Obasanjo and Atiku, they ran a criminal enterprise when they were in government. Okay, I think that was actually true. Isn't it, right? It's actually true. But guess what? Buhari's government, Layamo, sent a letter to TVC that don't ever allow that kind of a conversation on your TV anymore. 2.5 million for allowing it in the first place. To Tinubu, then find Thiefnubu's station. because a member of Thiefnubu's presidential campaign went on Thiefnubu's station to defame the candidate of another party that is contesting against Thiefnubu, PDP. Well, they play, just they play, they say. So I've told you, the most prayers that they are praying for, the ones they are pushing for, the wahala they want to start, or jota that they are going to gather. Everywhere they are going to gather people, in Kaduna, Zaria, in Abuja, and then in Port Harcourt, where Wiki is part of the deal, in Ibadan, okay? And then other places that they have chosen, where people will come out. You will see. They will mobilize and they will say they are protesting against fuel scarcity and Naira scarcity. Now Tinubu they behind it all. And then Buhari and team, they know. The effort is just to create an artificial crisis, okay, that will look more, like coordinated. So when they now say, okay, what should we do? Thiefnubu and his team, they will now meet Buhari again. I'm talking about the governors, El-Rufai and co. And say, Mr. President, tell Emefiole to resign. Okay? And we need to move this Naira swap to June. Or else, people are saying that the protest will not stop. But they know there are those behind it. So let them squeeze themselves. Let them suffocate themselves, okay? Let them strangulate themselves. The best you can do, once again, and in down, the best you can do for us, if you witness any of those drama, bring out your phone. When I do like this, okay, I'm trying to say, when you want to record them, okay, don't record them like, because it's going to be very valuable. Some of you are saying that you are going to gather their tears. Before you gather their tears, okay, wherever you see them, don't record like this. All right, don't do like this. Record this way. Do you get that? So if you record this way, it's going to be a perfect grab of everything that you witness. And if you are going to go in their midst, wear helmets, wear bulletproof vest, because you feel collect to. Thiefnubu is now challenging Buhari, but it's not bold enough to say it to his face. So when you bring out your device, again, don't do like this. This is a very poor way of recording anything. Do you get that? Like this. God bless you. I'll be looking forward to them this week. So my sermon today is to warn you that the battle between APC, Egbekegbe, all this while, you know their history of betrayal, okay? Their history of backstabbing, their history of corruption as well, Abi. It's been going on from day one, since when Buhari came to power. Let me remind you one or two of them, in case if you don't understand what I'm saying. The fight between APC, I'll tell you what they are. When they came together, it was the coming together of a strange bedfellows. Different ambition, different agenda, but with one goal of grabbing power or whatever they can grab from it. So about 4 groups came together. The first group are the CPC, considered to be those with the largest block in that APC gathering. Then came the ACN, Thiefnubu's regional, what do you call it? The regional politics of Thiefnubu then. So he joined them, ACN. Then another one came as well called APGA. APGA is the Igbo political party from the eastern Nigeria, started by late Chief Ojukwu, right? Okorocha brought APGA into that gathering. The last of the group are those called the New PDP, led by Atiku, Saraki, Kwakwanso, and the rest of them. They all came together and they formed a party called APC. Saraki want to be president. Atiku want to be president. Buhari want to be president. Thiefnubu want to be president. So 4 people who want, and then Okorocha want to be president as well. But maybe not serious. They formed APC, Egbekegbe, for one singular purpose only. The power should return to the north. Now, if power return to the north, what is going to happen after the north? It should come back to the south. Now, the permutation then was that who is then going to be the permutation then was that the moment Buhari became the candidate of their party, Thiefnubu should be the vice presidential candidate. So that when Buhari finishes, he will hand over to him, Thiefnubu. Now, because, like I said, they all came with different agendas. After Atiku lost in the primaries and all of that, the Saraki and co, they led the resistance within the APC. So the Saraki and co were like, no, we can't have Muslim tickets. Buhari is Muslim. You, Thiefnubu, you are a Muslim. That's not going to fly. You can't defeat a ruling party with Muslim tickets. Thiefnubu fought. He didn't take it lightly. He fought and he fought and he fought until it became a problem. And then they said, okay, let's leave it for you. Go and bring somebody that you think will likely can fill in, but not a Muslim, or else we are not going to go anywhere. That was when Pastor Ruga became the placeholder for Kolu inside the Buhari's government. That was the beginning of the gradual depreciation of Thiefnubu. It started right away. The moment of that, after that nomination, and then after the election, after the swearing in, it was activated in full mode. People were visiting Bodilon in order to go and get Thiefnubu's favor. Maybe it can help them talk to Buhari and they could get an appointment. So Bodilon was buzzing, right? As if to say Thiefnubu was the elected or the new president. But the first choker happened when Buhari made his first 3 appointments, and none of those that Thiefnubu suggested were even like considered. Not to talk of it being screened out. No, they were not even called. That was the beginning. Then the waiting game started. Oh, maybe when he appoints his ministers, that is where Thiefnubu will show his influence. Okay, let's see to that too. But Buhari refused to appoint any minister for straight 7 months until December 2015, when the news broke that he's about to announce his ministers. But guess what? Behind the scene, Thiefnubu sent names of those he would want to be part of Buhari's government. That was his first root shock historically. When the list got to Abuja, it got into the hand of that late, what's that guy's name again? Oh my, how did that go away? That guy that died, Kyari. Thank God. Oh, thank God. Abba Kyari. So the list got to Abba Kyari. He got the list and he binned it. If the list of Thiefnubu was the one accepted as the ministers suggested that to Buhari at the time, Fashola won't be minister. Kemi Adeosun won't be minister. This guy Shitu from Ibadan will never be minister. Who else again came from southern Nigeria at the time? They will never be ministers. Because if you remember, in Lagos State, 2014-2015, as they are doing change all over Nigeria, the house was on fire. You remember, Fashola was on his second term at the time. And he had his own candidate. His candidate wasn't Ambode. It was a big one. You remember that? To the point that they nearly disowned Fashola. In fact, they were going to punish him after the election when he's no longer the governor. Same thing they later did to Ambode. I know the whole story. So, what happened after? they dumped the name, they binned the name where Thiefnubu sent. Muiz Banire would have been a minister. And a few other guys that I can't remember their names right now. Right? If not for Hamusun, who ended up having to suggest and give the names of those who served in the first time of Buhari. True story, not a makeup. It got to a point that Thiefnubu had to run away from Nigeria simply because they said they have received an hint that they are commissioning some level of investigation against him. Okay? This investigation will actually be covering the activities of Alpha Beta and the tax collection in Lagos State and the connection to Tinubu. Remember? Tinubu had to run away from Nigeria for years, for like about 2 years, until 2019. Yes, 2019 election. So by the end of, by the midst of 2018, just same way that everybody is so up in arm against APC, Buhari had been sick, like 2/3 of his first term. Only proxies are ruling Nigeria. They have ruined Nigeria. Nobody sees Buhari anymore. In fact, he was declared dead at the time in the media. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing, APC was not going to escape what was coming. Then they called on Thiefnubu that he should come back and whatever he wants, they will give to him. This is true story. I'm telling you the true story. So the crisis of APC didn't start today. Indeed, they said, what would you like? And he demanded for the chairman of the party. He demanded for the control of the party. He demanded as well that the investigation against him must be dropped. And they said, yeah, you got everything. Everything you want. You got it. So Thiefnubu started going about as a reconciliator in APC at the time. In fact, in one of those unfortunate, should I say unfortunate, or one of those funny scenarios, right? Thiefnubu went to Kaduna to go and reconcile Littlefinger with other members of APC. There is a guy called Senator Unkuyi or something. Unkuyi or Unku something. You remember him? This guy was a member of APC, Egbekegbe, that won election in Kaduna as a senator with El-Rufai. But he became El-Rufai and him became enemies. In fact, almost all of them in National Assembly at the time became enemies of El-Rufai. So Thiefnubu had to go there to go and settle the fight as reconciliator before 2019 election, right? So he got to Kaduna and he brought all of them together. They all talk and did all this smile, blah, 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 blah. So they now moved Thiefnubu back to airport. Thiefnubu was still at the airport when El-Rufai bulldozer moved in to demolish the same man they reconciled with a few minutes ago to demolish his house. Not one house, not two, 3 houses of the same member of the same party, a senator. Yeah? You remember the guy, Unkuyi? No, you don't. I don't even know if I pronounce his name right, but I remember Unkuyi. Unku something, sha. They were demolishing his house. The man they just settled with, I'm only telling you all these stories to let you know that Thiefnubu is just a useful thug. Do you understand? A useful political thug. He is being used. They are about to dump him, and he's not going down without a fight. That is why he's going to have to turn it around and get you on his side because he knows how to do that best. But with social media, nah. I don't think so. So immediately after the 2019 elections, they withdrew Oshiomhole that became a chairman, courtesy of Thiefnubu, when they sacrificed, what's that guy's name? Their first chairman. Oh, damn it. I forgot his name. Anyway, when they get, that came again and it's gone. Sorry. I've got so much to say. Anyway, their former chairman, I'll wait for somebody to help me. So, Oshiomhole became the chairman of APC, doing the bidding. God bless you, Oyegun. So, Oshiomhole was doing the bidding of Thiefnubu. He did it so well that the current governor of Ogun State is a product of Oshiomhole and Thiefnubu's takeover of APC between the 2018 and 2019 elections. You know the story, Abi? Now, when they were done with them and Buhari is returned, rigged everything. They defended it. They fought for it. They like spoke everywhere. The same Thiefnubu used his media to justify the 2019 election rigging. He is now angry that they are not giving him the same courtesy. They won't let him enjoy the same incumbency factor that Buhari enjoyed. Now that it is his own turn. So that's why they want to protest. If you go and protest anywhere, if they pay you money, if you collect their money, or should I say, if you walk around and they are flowing that their money, make sure say the money that they give you na new note. All of you will won't go. Collect your money before you go anywhere. And when you collect that money, if you have a chance of giving somebody in your house to keep the money because you may not spend that money, I'm not saying anything will happen to you, but just anything can happen to you. So you won't lose, your family won't lose twice. If now 1,000, if now 2,000, then give you, collect them. Send them, go out, say, they go war. I won't go fight Thiefnubu's war. Their protest is not about the Naira. Their protest is not about the fuel scarcity. Their protest is not because they disagree with Buhari and gang. Their protest. Shehu Sani also collected now. It's not just Shehu Sani. I'm talking about Nkuyi. All of you should go and Google that guy. I'm going to Google his name. Senator Nkuyi from Kaduna. I was right. His name is Suleiman Othman Nkuyi. I know his name. As well as Sonny, Shehu Sani. Shehu Sani turned to Twitter comedian now. He tweets funny things about the horrible situation in Nigeria, just to crack you up. Sure you get. They are those who beat the dust in the hands of El Rufaya when he unleashed the fire on all of them. They remember of the same political party. He unleashed it on them. Sure you get. And Thiefnubu was pretending to be reconciling them. There's no reconciliation in hell. Other than for you to come to reality of your world. Now that this is it, hellfire, burn. APC, Egbe created hellfire. Therefore, let them burn even more. Let me tell you something. According to what we heard, in case if they haven't shared that with you, okay? Pastor Ruga and the rest are not defending defending Thiefnubu in the conspiracy within the presidency. Sure you get. But there are names. There is a guy, or there is a man called Zango Daura. He was a minister under Obasanjo. Go and Google his name. He's inside there, the ass old rock right now. Okay. Zango Daura is a former minister, like I said, and it's one of those what have you. The other guy is Tunde Sabiu, who is the personal secretary to Buhari. So he's a billionaire now, and the guy has so much money, influence, and all that. And the guy chased Aisha to Dubai. In case if you don't remember him, Tunde Sabiu, okay? And the guy chased Aisha out of Aso Rock. Turned Aisha to Dubai-based Nigerian first lady for the past 1.5 years now. So these are the guys who are working behind the scene to make Thiefnubu's life hell. If he is afraid to tell all of you, I am telling you now, you can do whatever you like with that information. I won't go and then finalize the, the editing of our trip to Benin Republic and our other trip to a few other places we've been to in order to support the younger children, including the people in Yoruba land for the broadcast later tonight. I've shared mine. Okay? Not join them all. APC versus APC, no be your fight. Oh. If you get anything where you go invest in the fight, some people are saying, okay, me, Maiyegun, I am investing 1 million violence in this APC versus APC fight. How much are you going to invest? How much violence you are going to invest in it? I will start with 1 million. Don't join them and fight any fight. Oh. The only thing you hold them and your camera phone. Use them very well. You have one job, just one job. If you see them anywhere, in the east or in the west or in the north or anywhere you see them, you have just one single job. Record them like this, and send it over. Oh, tell everybody, say, everywhere to shaking you, igboro ti propoye, everywhere to propoye. Yes. I'll see you later tonight anyway. Good night or good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Maiyegun dayari politico. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun dayari Nayibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.